debrief.
That moment when I'm usually on top and I think I'm the one with 60 and 7.
Good morning, you beautiful people. I hope you're having a fantastic Friday. Today I'm going to be talking about why I love Call of Duty Ghost, and this week we're talking about the equipment. More so the lack of equipment. In Call of Duty Ghost, I have noticed that not a lot of people run consistent amounts of equipment. That is to say, there's not a lot of stuns going around, there's not a lot of flashbangs or grenades here and there. And that is what I really like about this game. Because of the way the creator class system works, the perks are now just as much or more valuable than having a concussion in your back pocket, which I really like. Because the equipment is also worth those points. I have done videos in the past that grenades and equipment shouldn't be worth a point. Like my specialist nerfed video, I believe I mentioned something like that. But honestly, I would much prefer to have Call of Duty Ghost's valuable equipment and more valuable gun-on-gun action than I would Modern Warfare 3's grenade-heavy, grenade-spammy gameplay. If you go back, I'm going to link this video in the annotation on screen here and the video in the description. It is of Onslaught's Modern Warfare 3 Road to Commander. If you don't know what a Road to Commander is and you don't know who Onslaught is, you've truly missed a YouTube great. He's great. Go check him out. But I believe he's playing on Mission, and if I'm not incorrect, I think he's playing Demolition. I want you to mentally take note of how many times some sort of player-caused explosion goes off. A truck blows up, a grenade goes off, he gets stunned, he gets flashbang, there's a grenade going off in the distance, he has to run away from a grenade. Long story short, it's a lot of times, and it's a lot of just overwhelming explosions going off. You go to Black Ops 2, and you got concussions, flashbangs, and EMPs, C4s, and EMPs, and EMPs, and EMPs, and EMPs. And it's ridiculous. Now, granted, there's counters to all that stuff, tac mask, hardwired, and flak jacket, but once you equip those, you can't run scavenger, you can't run toughness, but, you know, that's a different story for a different day. The point is that grenades were really, really powerful in the previous Call of Duties. Now, in Ghosts, they're still really powerful. They haven't nerfed them in any way, but players prefer to have ready up. Players prefer to sacrifice their secondary and their EMP grenade for, you know, sleight of hand, because they think that if they focus on their primary gun with their perks, then they're going to have a better gun-on-gun experience. And it turns out that is true. Without these grenades, without all of these stuns and C4s going off every now and then, you get a more gun versus gun experience. I know this is a fact. I know people still use IEDs, and that's overpowered. I don't like IEDs, and I personally really don't like C4s. I run them all the time because they're the best and most consistent, but I wish they were nerfed. I just on that, I wish they had a little delay. Like, if you set down an IED, there's like 2 or 3 seconds where if you run by it, the IED won't explode or do anything. It doesn't react like that quickly. I wish C4s were like that. I wish instead of people throwing it in an emergency situation, double tapping X and getting a kill, I wish it was more strategic. Like, you set it down on a flag and you wait for someone to capture the flag. I wish it was something like that. That would be more balanced and better for me in my own brain. But that leads me to the other reason why I love the equipment Ghost, is that because it is worth the point you spend it on. Every single one, the stuns, the flashbangs, the EMP, I guess the 9-bangs are the EMP grenades, but the thermal barrack, all of these are worth the point. They are worth the 1 point you use, and personally, I like to dedicate one class to a very, very equipment-heavy class. You've seen this so many times on my channel. I'm going to say it one last time. Your favorite submachine gun with canister bomb or C4, 9-bang with strong arm, extra tactical, and recon. This class will get you far. Now, you can go dead silence, amplify, focus, or you could do dead silence, tac resist, focus, whatever you want with the other perks. But recon, strong arm, extra tactical with a C4 or canister bomb, that will get you a lot a bigger difference in your gaming experience. When you see that there's a red dot across the map, you charge up the 9-bang all the way because Strong Arm lets you do that faster. You throw it over there, it paints them and outlines them like an oracle, and you can pre-aim, you can pre-fire, you can jump shot, and you are ready for that engagement because you have just that recon perk. It is such an underestimated perk in this game. It's amazing. On specifically, what's the map? Unearthed? I always want to call it Dome. On Dome, you always want to put the trophy system down by something that explodes, like the exploding barrels. Personally, you saw it in my sniping video, I like to kind of hold back near where those Hummers were up in the top there, where you come out to see. And a lot of people like to stun, a lot of people like to grenade as soon as they come out of that B building or the dome. And I'll just put down a trophy system right there, or I'll put down a trophy system inside the dome so that we can't get stunned, we can't get grenaded out of there. And it works very effectively. All of the lethals work just as you might. There's nothing too exciting about it, like a Syntax or a grenade. The motion sensor has been incredibly nerfed since Modern Warfare 3, which is great because it was incredibly overpowered in Modern Warfare 3, having a constant UAV in that certain area. Now it's just kind of like an oracle, outlines whatever, whoever walks by it. Of course, I think you can run away. I'm not sure. Not a lot of people run motion sensors because IEDs are a little bit more powerful, lethal, I should say. But I still like the motion sensor. I'm going to try to use it more often. I'm just getting the challenges with it now. I'm going to see how useful it is. I'm going to see if there's any tips or tricks to it. I'm using the thermal barrack right now, which is an equipment, a non-lethal. And I still haven't quite figured out what that is yet. It paints people with recon very effectively. Like, the range is very good. I will paint people with recon even if I won't get a hit marker. So I think the actual range is different than the damage that it gives you. So I still want to test that out. I want to see what situations it's useful in. I tested the 9-bang. When you do charge it up all the way, it takes out, I believe, IMSs and sentry guns. I couldn't get it to take out vultures or griffins or anything. I'm not sure if it does. Correct me if I'm wrong, but my split screen testing was a little bit difficult to do. Other than that, concussions are as annoying as you'll ever imagine. They still take forever to get you unconcussed, but that's alright. What else is there? IEDs, C4, overpowered. Throwing knives are probably my favorite to use, as you saw in my Riot Shield game. When you get that long distance, that medium distance throwing knife, and you hear that little with the hit marker, and it says bullseye, you just feel so awesome. I love it. It's great. I love playing gun game too. That's also fun. But I think that does it for equipment. I think that's all my thoughts on equipment. I really like it. Choose your equipment carefully. Focus your class around what you want. And whatever points you have left, instead of throwing it on Gambler, instead of throwing it on Ready Up, try sprinting less so you don't have to rely on Ready Up, and put on a trophy system, put on a 9-bang, put on recon, put on something that will different your gameplay experience, because they're very valuable. When people are mixed in with grenades going off everywhere and you paint them with recon, they don't know it, they don't watch the kill cams, they're just confused on how you knew they were there. It's great, it's fun, I love the grenades and the equipment in this game. Thank you guys so much for watching, I hope you enjoyed. Tell me in the comments section below, what are your thoughts on the grenades in Call of Duty Ghosts? And until the next absolutely beautiful Call of Duty morning, I will catch up with you guys later. And as always, have a great day.
Friendly Cobra inbound. Sleight of hand. Job complete. Well done.